shit, or I'm really under pressure because I'm rolling on a bad fucking day or something. Right, okay, and it's not on. Okay, and even though I do this, it's all kind of fucking loose. And for whatever reason, I can't set the corner because of my dick. Right? So I think, alright, so what we're doing, the armbar is always there. The armbar is always there. Okay? So remember, the armbar is the dirty little sister of the triangle. Everyone wants to marry the triangle, but if you don't get it, how the fuck did I miss her? You know what I mean? That's where you go. Dirty little sister. It's dead easy, because look, he's done it for me. Right? So I don't even have to really prep it. I mean, I can just fire the leg over his head. But what I want to do is, what do I do with my arse? If I just turn my arse out just a few inches, God, it makes an old man's life a lot easier. See what I mean? Just that little hip turn. Yeah, a little hip turn. That's all it takes. I go behind his elbow. And move my hips behind his elbow. Okay? So, I'm here, I go for this, I fuck it up. I go, no, this is not letting me grab anything. Stop my hand and everything. Fuck that. Come back here. Hip turn, watch. Hip turn. Knees together, pinch your knees. Little sister's got tits there. You fucking miss that, there's something fucking wrong with you. You're a fucking moron, right? So let's have a go. If I bring this leg too far across here, it's not, I get that compression. And it's like, oh fuck, I ain't got nothing, right? Because it's all on his neck, right? And when something's on your neck, you've got far more leverage and pressure, right? But if I get here, oh sorry, okay, right, so if I'm getting here and we're armbarring, I don't put my leg too far across. I want to put it on his temple. So the back of my leg goes on his temple. Because now the weakest link of the chain is his neck, right? So when the dude starts pressuring me, he can't. His neck is not as strong as your leg. So put your leg on his temple, okay, here. And secondly, when I'm here as well, if you don't pinch your knees tightly, you've got to make sure that that thumb's pointing to the ceiling. But that also means is you're not fucking using your thigh master, are you? Yeah? So you use your fucking thigh master, and you don't have a shit where your fucking thumb is. Yeah? So, if you want to armbar somebody, you teach it basically, it's thumb away from you. Okay? You get behind the elbow, thumb away from you. Okay? But if you pinch that upper arm as tight as you can with your knees, doesn't matter where his fucking thumb is, it's going to go on. Leg on the temple, pinch your fucking knees, and we go. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. That's what we're here for, right? Okay, so he's in the guard, okay? I've separated all this out. I've got this, didn't work, okay? I ain't got the armbar either. Look at this arm. Just spin around a bit. Drag me out. Oh, come over here, guys. You see the fucking move. So, this arm's fucking nailed. So I've got no armbar. Right, fucking no armbar. Right, now, some people make a bigger mistake. They hide it behind his arse. And sometimes they'll grab it with both hands, thinking I can't pull that out. Well, that's a fucking mistake anyway, because this is where it really gets fucked up, right? So it'd be better off leaving it here, okay? So it's better off leaving it here. So we're going to turn this into an omoplata on this arm. Now, the first thing is, when I was taught omoplatas, you need an overhook, okay? But you're not going to get a normal overhook here. Simple as that. So what we're going to do, what's going to do? Go under his arm, just overhook like that. That'll do. Just watch it. So it starts separating. That's an overhook. Okay, see what I did then? That's an overhook. You don't have to do this shit for an overhook. I mean, you can, but if you get that, you know what I mean? Great. No, but I don't think you will. Okay, right, so make a space, watch. So, make a space. Turn my arm out. If I have to have a bit of resistance, have a bit of resistance. Now it's an overhook. It's an overhook because my hand goes over and my elbow's on the inside. Okay, so I've got control of that arm. Does that all make sense? Actually, let's leave it there. Let's just fucking play with that. So watch how he has his hands. There. Okay? And to get my hand underneath. The foot, make a space, in. If I need this, because I'm a little guy, great. Yeah. Overhook. Got it? Let's just play with that. If I don't want this arm swinging back here, look how much blocking that space. If I'm getting all fucking, well, I'm a bit fucking slag, okay? He won't let you do it a second time, I'll tell you now. You won't get it a second time. Once, you've got one fucking chance here, and then drop fucking press. So I took the elbow right in. So now we can't swim back under. Does that make sense? Once you're here now, I'm going to omoplata him. I'm leaning on this side. So what we're going to do? Moving. Right? Right, one or two of you tried to save this arm by sticking it behind me. Stick that down, right? That's fucking worst thing to do. That's like, give me the fucking omoplata on it. Keep it there. Okay, so when you're here, and I see what I've done? I'm moving from there, up, and back down to that side. All makes sense? Okay. From here now, all I'm going to do is straighten this fucking leg and fall that way. See that? Look like that. See how I've cupped his elbow? I've cupped his elbow. I'm not trying to grab anything. I'm cupping his elbow and pulling it into my hip. Okay? Now I can sit out, watch. Now that, I can feel how tight that is. Okay? Put this up. Okay? And then swing both my legs that way. Like that. I'm over here, so I'm doing a forward roll out there. Okay, it's hard to anyways on his belt. One, grab his collar. Okay, and what I'm trying to do here, without trying to flick his arm up, I'm going to try and put this knee on the mat. Okay? But I'm not actually, you can lean forward with your head if you want, but effectively, if I just lean forward with my head, I can get it and detect it's more, or I do less. When I try and force that to the mat, my hips come up and it applies this. It's basically more, isn't it, with your legs, right? Watch. Because I'm doing that now. See what I mean? So don't just do this. Okay? It's that. Okay? And so, set the legs out. By the way, if you notice to go backwards to let him go, don't just fucking stand up, his arm will be out. Right? So when I'm doing this, and I'm kind of leaning forward, I want to try and touch the floor with that knee and shove my cock up his arse at the same time. Boom. Yeah. There's your fucking omoplata. Don't do this. You can do that, and it does work, but you are throwing your balance forward as well, and you need to make a bigger movement. But if you get to this point where you've got your cock fucking balls deep and it ain't on, then you can lean forward. You know what I mean? If you want. Okay? But don't do that unless you have to. Okay? One more time. So went for the fucking triangle. Work. Hit this, I can't get the armbar. So I need that. See how you lean that side of the mat, so up we come. And then over, up that. Okay? Bring it back on the side. Here, straighten that leg. Bring it down to the floor. Dead easy. Okay? If I have to cross my legs, I don't think there's anything wrong with crossing your legs. You can try it. Okay? Cup the back of your feet. Tony, if nothing wrong crossing your legs.
Escape is an escape for him.
Sorry?
It's an escape for him.
Is it an escape for
He
him?
can lift me.
Well, good. Don't cross me. Okay? So I was right. Don't cross. I'm better than thought. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to turn round, move away from him so he goes belly down. Don't want him on his knees, it's too strong. So I did. Here, you can be a cunt. Turn this way. This is really nice. Good. But I'm still doing the same thing. Knee down, come up his arse. And leave. Knee down, tap, same thing. If you can't get up because I'm a little fat bastard, grab his collar. Help yourself up. You know what I mean? I always struggle. When I'm down here, I'm going to fuck. Come on. Grab something. I'm going to fall. Yeah? Yeah? Unwind it this way. Okay? I'm going to get that overhook. By the way, I was asking for, if you can get this overhook, shall we take it? Fuck yes. Why wouldn't you? Of course you would. Of course you would. But, you know, if you can't, this will have to suffice. Now I'm going to shift his weight over there, remember? Arse up, shift him back down. See what I've done to shift his weight that way a little bit? Okay, so Guys, remember, I'm not doing anything athletic, I'm not spinning around, because you'll never see me fucking do that shit. So when I do this, and I drop this, I'm kind of blocking his arm, but this leg, I'm literally collapsing the fucking there. But look how I've cooked his elbow. I'll just drop the leg down. As soon as I'm there, I'll bring this out and come up. But this time, I haven't had a chance to flatten him, and I didn't grab his back, so he full rolls out. Do not let go of this. Do not let go. Don't panic and then just start going, oh fuck, let go of this, I'm going to take some after or some shit. Don't. Keep that tucked in nice and tight. I'm going to come up against it. Okay? So all I'm going to do, I'm going to sit on the guy. That's all I'm going to do. Sit, backwards, roll over, come back down. And that's tight in the fucking first one, I shit you not.
My hand's stuck, so I can't tell.
Sorry, mate. Okay? Should I do that again? Yeah. Ages since we've done this one. But it's so solid, isn't it?
Unlucky, Josh. Unlucky.
He's gonna get fucking hanged out, isn't he? Okay, so I fucked up this. I can't break his grip. Here, push that cunt down, overhook. Shift my weight onto that side. Straighten this leg. Just drop the leg. Come out here. He rolls out. I keep his elbow. I'm not grabbing the gi, you know, because I can't hold the carrot, go pull it out the paddle. So I'll suck that into my balls and get it on. So there. I go backwards, right? So I'm going to swat on his face. There, kick over. Straight into it. Okay? Couldn't do the old web thing, it's bad running away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry.
It's alright. Right in the hollow.
Yeah, do you want to see that again? One more. Fucking warm was it in here? Okay, so here, this doesn't work. Pop, get the overhook. Okay, shift his weight to the other side. Step off. Here. He rolls. I fucked up. Give me hold of this. Turn, watch. Sit on the dude. Look where his hand is. Still in my pocket. Yeah? Sit on his chest. Step around. Slide off. Again.
Wow. You bastard.
Sorry. Have a go. So let's say. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay. So let's say I've got this position. Just saying to you guys there. I don't want to put my hand on the floor. It works. Put my hand on the floor and do this. It works. It means he can't forward roll and shit like that. But if he's a strong bastard, he can still take it, right? So I want to make sure he doesn't want to get up. So I'll grab his gi. Now I'll put my elbow in the bottom of his spine.
Oh my god.
Right? He ain't going to want to lift, because for an heel to get to his knees, he needs to swing his knee out. Look at that. See that? Yeah, so he's strong enough, he can still do that. Right? As soon as I do that.
Nah, I'm good.
It's just shit, isn't it? It's just shit. So a bit of pain compliance doesn't help. Okay? Right? Right, so there's that. Also, if I'm trying to get up, come up, mate, come up, okay? And if I'm trying to get the Omaplata, and I got everything in the pocket and everything, and I do this, and he forward rolls, yeah, forward rolls, then I start backing up, and I get here, and I'm sat on top, and I'm trying to kick across, but he pins that, and he's well strong, and I can't get the leg across. The fuck have I got here? What have we got? Got a fucking triangle, right? There, back down. Guess what? I'm back to where I was. But this time I'm deeper. See what I mean? So, don't worry if you get stalled. Sit there and look at it. You still got one arm and his fucking head between your legs. So it's triangle. And what happens if you can't get the triangle? Armbar. Armbar, do your little sister. Yeah? You know? Get in there, okay? Right, let's have a crack at that. So, you know, elbow. I'll do it first outside, don't I?
Oh, sorry.
Cool, no, I'm alright, I'm not too. That's it. Oh, good. It's about to go. It sounds like I'm a stranger. Right, okay. Right, so I'm there driving the other way. Now, if I'm too far down here, right, for a kick-off, right, this isn't taking all the slack out of the shoulder. Remember about Kimuras, right? How do you tighten Kimura up? You drive the elbow up towards where the elbow's pointing, right? So, do that. Because now it's fucking tight. Yeah? There. Now it's hardly any movement needed. Right? If I'm down here, and everything's loose, no good. Secondly, like was Zach pointed out, this is up his back. That's how you do the fucking Kimura. Put it there. That's nice. Look at that, those hands away from it. Yeah? Just to remember, it's a key look, right? You know, it's not like the police restraint or, you know, or fucking girlfriends tonight. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's a key look. So if it's here, it kind of takes some slack out of the shoulder, doesn't it? Bring it here, it's a bit harder. That's really on, right? Secondly, cranking that fucking elbow up with the hips. Yeah. Yeah, it tightens that shoulder up. So it's just like fucking standing Kimura. Just doing it with the most powerful limbs on your fucking body. Okay, just keep that in mind. Secondly, if I'm trying to put him down flat in the Kimura and he actually sits up with me, watch this, and it does back in hand, right? And there thinking, I've got him, oh, right? Don't sit here like a twat. Turn in, bring him back down. Where are you? Back to a fucking train, right? Not the slickest way I did it, but that's what you do. Okay? If you're good at it, you fucking rotate your shoulders on a daily basis. You're just fat, that, aren't you? You know what I mean? These days. Okay? So just think, if he sits up, turn it, what else have you got? Now, what else have you got? Don't just abandon it, you're in a really good position, right? Because when you're here and he sits up, he's going to give you all this. Hold him, bring him in. Okay? Start again. Boom, boom, off you go. You know what I mean? So, just recognise where you are, okay? Don't just give up on everything. You're in a really strong position. There's a load of fucking stuff there. Don't worry if you forget it. You're gonna fucking forget it, aren't you? You know what I mean? How many times you get in position and then someone passes, oh fuck, I should have had this. I should, yeah, it's right, isn't it? But that's the game, isn't it? That's the game. So the game is, first of all, recognising there is something there. The more you roll and keep trying to get it, then it's a matter of recognising it earlier. Yeah, before it's passed. At first, you see it afterwards, don't you? You go home, you talk to yourself in the mirror, fuck, I should have had him. I should have had that. I fucking 2 triangles a miss, right? In the mirror, you fucking stay up all night and think about it. Right? But you don't. It's fucking right. I do. Yeah, but I dream about this shit. Anyway, so, don't do that.
I'll with myself.
Yeah. Don't miss the fucking triangle, okay? Right, okay. So there's loads of stuff there, right? So have another go, have a play, and allow the guy to try and resist a little bit. Allow him, be a bit sloppy, and see, because quite often it isn't just about learning the technique perfect. It is, you want a perfect technique, you can have it, right? But you've got to say, how far away from perfect can I still pull the fucker off? Okay, that's what you want. How far away? Because it ain't going to be perfect. When someone's wrestling and they're blocking stuff and they're putting things in your way because they know what you fucking know, right? You've got to say, how far away from perfect can I still pull this shit off? And when do I let go of the dildo? Remember that? You remember when to let go of it. Okay, so lesson. That was a lesson. We worked on that one, mate. Good fucking lesson. When to let go of the dildo.
I remember that one.
Okay, guys, have another go. A quick recap. So from guard, you're going for the triangle. I know the arm in and arm out is actually pretty difficult to get under pressure. It still works. I've had it myself. So arm in and arm out. But there are other ways to set the triangle. We'll come to that another day. You've got from guard, you've got the triangle. Failed triangle from there. You're going to go for the armbar, which is really nice. Leg on the temple, stuff like that. Then there's loads of tips and variations on this, but I want to keep it as simple as we can. And then the Omaplata, okay, from there, from the failed armbar. Rolls out the Omaplata, spin around on mount, take the Omaplata again. If you fuck up along the way, it's always triangles, armbars there. And so, say William, you get a loop. It's like an active loop, isn't it? So So you end up back to position 1. You know what I mean? If it all goes fucking wrong, back to the fucking guard, back to the triangle, back to the armbar, and you just keep looping. But then 3 are really bread and butter from guard. You really want to get them under your fucking belt, okay? So we'll keep playing it. There's loads of fucking tips to go. And he'll have tips, or he'll have loads of fucking tips on the arm bars and the grips and things like this, and different ways of setting them up. We're talking about different guards to set them up, not just closed guard. But we'll come to that. You can't leave it all in one fucking night, so let's have a play with that first. And rather you have one thing and get that right, than 10 things and fuck them all up. You know what I mean? So let's have one thing get that right, okay? Cheers guys, let's do it.